Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir. It's already
Friday.
Friday. Yes. Did you have a happy Friday or a fire Friday or an exciting Friday? How did your day go?
Yeah, to be honest, it's not a Fire Friday. I just came back home from work,
You
and
did?
yeah, normally. And today yesterday I ordered some English books for my kids in online.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so today the books were delivered.
Oh, may is it okay for me to see those books or login?
Ah, yes, sure. Wait a second. Uh, I think you already know this series. This is Winnie Witches.
Winnie the Witch.
Oh,
Wow.
this is the famous book series.
I think so too. I think so, sir. It's best selling. It's one of the best selling books.
Yeah, so just with few months ago, my wife bought a book of this series, just one book.
Mm-mm.
But
Mm-mm.
nowadays, recently, my big son was interested in this book, so I ordered more books about this series. So now, today it was delivered. So today I tried to read to them this
Mm-mm.
book before going to sleep.
Oh.
So yeah, yeah, my son was very interested in these books, another books also.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very satisfied. So I tried to read this book every day if I can.
Oh, that's right. And it's one good way. It's a very good way for your children to start learning the English language, at least improving their skills in listening to the English words.
Yes, the surprising thing is my son is understand what I said, even it's a very simple sentence. Because because
Oh.
he has learned English in the kindergarten for a long time, so
Mm.
he can he is able to understand the simple sentence.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Yes, so that my plan is uh for just for a while I
Mm-mm.
let my son to attend this video class like me.
Mm-mm. Ah.
Yeah, so I have to find the teacher to my son, kind teacher, yeah,
Oh,
in the
so
daytime,
you're in the daytime, probably in the morning.
after afternoon or
Mm-mm.
evening,
Ah,
early evening.
early evening.
Yeah, so if
Ah,
I can, the first I want to help him to adapt to the class,
yes.
and if after completely adopting that, I will let my wife help my son to study in this system. This is my plan of this year.
Oh, wow, that's good. That's a very good plan. So, your son will be really exposed to the language. So, he will not only study English at the kindergarten, he can also start studying English online.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that's why because my son this year entered the elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
But in Korea, it is a kind of a policy, the education policy. The
Mm-mm.
elementary school doesn't teach English to students.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's very sad. So
Uh,
I nowadays the Polish political policy, because it yeah the politi politician
Politicians.
yeah
Mm-mm.
politician yeah some politicians think
Mm-mm.
teaching English make the student to be competitive
So
uh,
studying English makes the student
to be competitive
compet competitive.
yeah competitive competitive
Ah.
how can I say strongly or serious how can I say yeah
Mm-mm.
too competitively
To really make so studying English makes students too competitive.
yeah so it causes the parents let their child go to private class
Ah,
expensive private class
right. That's right.
yeah because of that nowadays some politicians stop make stop teaching school make stop school uh, make a school stop teaching
English.
English yeah
Um.
for child just elementary school the low
Uh,
the low grade
mm-mm.
yeah
The for the lower grades for young students.
yes correct yeah but ironically it makes parents spend much money for the private class.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Ah.
So the public education organizations doesn't. If the public education organizations doesn't teach English, then the parents have to or need to teach it by themselves using
Exactly.
their extra money. So
Yes.
yeah,
Ah.
so I want to choose this system to my
Mm.
son instead of going some other private class.
Mm-mm. That's right. Ah, yeah. So, that's true. I think um most parents or the students I've met, especially the young students who are learning English, um, go to the academy, and after going to the academy or after studying at the academy, they study here. So they spend too much on, or parents spend too much on letting their children learn the language.
Yes, correct. That's the Korean social problem.
Ah, I see. So now, I would like to know, sir, is that a new regulation? Is that a bill or a law that stops elementary schools in teaching English? Is that a law? Is that final?
Yes, I heard like that. So,
Mm-mm.
furthermore, the politicians make the kindergarten like that. So
Mm-mm.
parents opposite the policy nowadays.
Ah, I see.
It's the politician argument. Yeah.
That's right. That's true. Well,
Mm.
the good thing is you have found a way, or Mint is one way for your child to learn English. Um, in the comforts of your own home. He doesn't have to go to the academy, or he doesn't have to go anywhere just to learn English. He can just stay at home and learn online.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best way because if my son adopt this class, then he can talk face to face, man to man. Even
Yes.
I let him go the academy or some private class, then he
Mm-mm.
would study with the other students. So one teacher to many students like that.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
And
1 to 6 or
in
one
that
to.
class, I see. So it's like a group class. It's the same as a classroom.
Yeah, correct because of the cost.
Ah,
You know, if I make the one to man class, then it's very
Mm-mm.
expensive.
Ah, I
So
see.
that's the main reason I try to try my for my son to be run in this system. So then, have you ever teach the young students, such as elementary first grade? You?
Um, I do. I did. I have experience teaching um a student who is 7 years old.
Oh, my son is just 6 years old.
Ah, younger.
Yes, so I needed a
Ah,
teacher who can
mm,
make him be interested in easy English.
in English.
Yeah, easily and funny.
Right. True, true. Well, we have teachers like that here. I hope that you will be able to find a teacher in the afternoon or early in the evening who can, someone who can encourage or someone who can um, make your son enjoy learning.
Yeah, then he can use the textbook or use. Do you think he can use the textbook such as phonics? But he already learned the phonics in the kindergarten.
Ah,
Is there
that's
any?
the thing. Well, that's the thing. If you're going to register, or if you're going to register your son to study in Mint, he has to undergo level tests
Yes.
so that the teachers will know if he needs a book, or if he needs a book. Usually the teachers who handle the level test would assign a book to your son. But if the books are so hard, let's say you have made a decision to register your son to study, so your son is finally going to study in Mint, it's your decision if you want him to study the book or if you want to give another material.
Yeah. Then how much how uh how long time is it suitable for the young kids, such as the 10 minutes or 20 minutes?
Oh, if I
Which
think
one
20
is
um
more
suitable.
suitable?
A 20-minute class would be the best. I think the most the ideal time for a young student to learn would be a 20-minute video class, because a 20-minute video class is actually a 15-minute video class. 5 minutes would be his or her break time. So for a 20-minute class, a student can only have a 15-minute video class. That time, it's not too long and it's not too short for a
Yeah.
student to learn. So I think that's the best um, time,
Ooh, yeah.
the
Thank you
best,
for your
yeah,
opinion. Yeah.
period.
Yeah, I think
You're
so.
welcome.
Okay. And I already asked the Mint class to share my account because
Mm,
my son is too young to manage his own account. But
mm.
yeah, but it
What
is
did they say?
yeah, they allowed that to share
Okay.
account with my family to explore
Mm.
to experience or to express some demo class like that. So
Yes.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. By the way, when it comes to teaching kids, I have a few teachers in mind. You can try.
Oh yeah, tell me,
Um,
tell me, please.
You can try having a class with teacher Kathleen.
Ah, yeah, I know your best friend.
That's right. Teacher Kathleen is good with kids. She has a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old student. I think not a 4-year-old, 5-year-old and 6-year-old student.
Wow, so young. Wow.
Yes. So she is very good at handling kids. You can also try teacher um teacher Jana. So teacher Jana has a very friendly face, and I
Oh.
think she is patient. She's very patient with kids.
Oh, thank you. But you know, you know the famous teachers. It is very difficult to catch the famous teachers, good teachers timetable.
Oh, true. That's right. I hope that these teachers have an available time, but it's always your choice, sir. You can look or you can check the teacher's profiles and you can choose the best teacher the best teacher your son can have. So you can always visit the Mint website. By the way, sir,
Yes,
I would like to know what does your wife think about your son learning in Mint?
yeah. First, she didn't agree with that because you know his her friend the usually um, usually let their child go of the academy.
Okay.
Yeah, like very it needs that needs expensive cost, expensive fare or fee.
Fee, the right
Yeah,
fee?
yeah. But I don't agree with that because that is a kind of I mentioned group study.
Yes.
Then some people who is not activity children
Mm,
couldn't wouldn't wouldn't get the choice to talk with the teacher, you know.
that's right.
Yeah, and you know the amount of the time to uh, to get some conversation with teacher is very would be very short because it's a group study.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's
so I
true.
want to do that. So
So how did you convince your wife to try online studying?
now she finally agree with that.
Mm-mm. Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so it's no problem. So 이제 only one prob only one thing that we need is my son's attitude and his enthusiasms, I guess.
Ah, right. Speaking of that, sir, did have you ever tried talking to him about studying online, or does he know? Did you tell him about it?
Yeah. Then it is possible some two people participate in the class
Two.
because yeah because my sons sit down in front of this class and I just sit beside him to help the class.
Yes,
Uh,
it is
it,
possible.
uh, have been the this case in your class?
Right. Yes, sir. I've had several cases where the parent, either the mom or the dad, sit beside,
Mm.
sits beside their daughters or their sons, and when the student cannot understand the question, and then they suddenly go silent, the parent would help the son or the daughter to answer the question because they share a headset or they share the earphones.
Yeah, then I have to make the environment like speakers and some microphones like that. So
Yes.
okay,
Yes,
good.
you can. Yep. Yes, you
Wow.
can. You can help your son along the way, or you can help your son learn English online for the first 1 month, and then for the next month when he is confident, when he can study on his own, then you can leave him um on in this video room. He can study on his own, but you can guide him along the
Oh
way.
wow. Then yeah, only the thing I can need to is
Mm-mm.
just to find the kind teacher to lead my son to be fun.
Yes.
Okay, wow, this will be very fun.
It is. By the way, sir, you also have the option. Well, your son actually has the option to choose from his level test teachers. So his level test, he will have three level tests, and for each level test, a teacher is assigned. So he can try, or your son can try having a conversation with three teachers during the level test. And if your son feels like, oh, I like level 2 teacher, or I like level test teacher number 3, your son can choose.
Oh
Aside
yeah,
from that, your son and you can also choose based on the profile.
yeah. Maybe I will the second thing.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And well, I think that's a really good plan. If your son is going to start learning, um, right now, I think that he can still, or he can enjoy um coloring pages, or learning the alphabet, or reading some words.
Ah yes, yes. Or learning some simple words.
Learning
Yeah,
some
like
simple words.
some fruits or some animals like that. Wow,
Yes, that's
that's good.
right.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
enough, I think. And then
Mm-mm.
I have mentioned just the last class I had to
Mm-mm.
prepare the OP.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, so today is the counseling time. So I made a plan to how to study together.
All right, tell me about it, sir.
Yeah, and first, I will prepare the questions
Mm-mm.
because I have a uh, source of the questions
Mm-mm.
that occurred occurred recently.
Okay.
Yeah, some Korean teachers posted that
Mm-mm. Okay.
his blog. Then
Oh.
I will capture like this.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, actually I prepared that, but we have night time today.
Yes.
Uh, like this. Ta-da! Yeah, this
Oh.
is actual test that occurred just yesterday,
Mm-mm.
examination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you know, if I just answer this by myself, it is too difficult to make the answer at one go.
Mm-mm. Okay, right.
So yeah, so I want to spend this class like that. I don't want to spend this class like that. So I want to ask you, I want, I want to, I want for you to ask me
Mm-hmm.
uh, some questions referring this real question. Yeah,
Ah.
step. So like the face-to-face interview.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but
You
first,
refer these questions, then you
mm-mm.
make this the several simple questions. Then ask me. Then I will ask you um, simple answers.
Ah, I see. So, for example, for question number 2, you're going to answer that first.
No, just to make some simple questions to me.
Ah,
Yeah.
so number 2 is gonna be like the general topic, and then I am going to ask you questions from that topic, from number two. For example, in number two, it says, you indicated in the survey that you take vacations internationally. Can you describe for me one of the countries or cities you visited? What does it look like and what are the people like there? You're not going to answer that, but I'm going to ask
Yeah, small questions.
smaller questions.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
such as did you recently did you ever have you ever visit some other countries? Then I will ask some. Yeah, I went to some blah 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 recently by business trip. Then you ask another question, following the first question. Then I will
Mm.
answer. Then like, yeah, just
It's like, yeah.
yeah, repeat it. Then be- because it makes me, it's a kind of a brainstorming.
Yes,
This
right, it does.
make our stories.
That's right.
Then 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 I after this class I have it helped me to consist the whole stories.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Then after that, after this class, then I will review this class. Then I will consist my answers that I
Mm-mm.
answered before. Then I will make
Ah,
the whole story. Then
yep.
and I will upload the correct board to you about these answers.
Mm.
Then you correct my grammar or edit some other expressions or some ideas. Then I will make the whole sentence or whole answer.
Mm-mm.
Then I will using that answer to read loudly and loudly.
Ah, okay.
Whew.
Very good
Yeah,
strategy.
could you understand my plan?
I I do. This is what I got. So you're going to give me a sample question from a blog
Yes.
like this one, and then I'm going to make smaller questions which are not found on the image you sent. And then you're going to answer the questions as if it's like we're making small talk or we're making a casual conversation.
Yeah, it's correct. Like interviews or some friendly, yeah,
Right,
interviews like
that's
that. Yeah.
true. Yes. And then after that, you're going to answer or you're going to um, make a dictation or
Yes,
write
correct.
all
Yeah.
your answers
Yes.
and make a long story from your answers. You're going to upload your long answers, and then I'm going to check and give alternate sentences to your responses. And
Yeah.
then
On the grammar board, you know.
that's right. And we'll do it again. So the same
Yes.
process goes on.
Yes. Then I can. Then it makes me to be trained to answer longer after. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know. Yeah.
Ah.
Just now, I haven't been trained to answer the enough long after this. So this is the examination. So I have to answer for about 1 minute alone.
That's right.
Yeah.
1 minute to 2 minutes.
Yes, correct each question. So, but now
Uh,
it is impossible. So I have to exercise step by step. That's my plan because I have the time
ah.
to prepare this examination.
Exactly. That's right. And we are going to do it together, sir. So, yep, let's do it and let's start
On
discussing the topics that you're going to send on Monday.
Okay, correct.
All
Please
right.
help me.
I Thank you, sir. Good idea. Brilliant idea. We will have a more topics to talk about and we will practice your OPIC on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, Sir
Yeah,
Logan.
you too. See you on Monday. Bye bye.
See you on Monday, sir.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.